Welcome back, everyone. This is MarcusWolfe. I totally butchered that intro, but you know what? Let's roll with it. This is the true finale. Cough, cough. Well, they did say finale once, and just because it says true finale, let's not take it at face value. But anyway, in all honesty, I do think that we are getting quite close to the end, and I'm actually quite excited. This game started out strong for me. It really did. And I'm really hoping that they will end just as strongly. Not to mention also tie up some loose ends like Saito Pascal, the whole connection there. And a couple of things that I can't think off the top of my head, but definitely some loose ends that need to be taken care of. And let's see if they do that. I mean, I'm sure they will, but you know, I mean, how is it going to be tied up? That's always going to be the mystery. How is it tied up? It's almost time. Been waiting for almost an hour here.
It's going to be shiny!
The religion and faith of all of Arium is administered here. When you think about it, it's quite exciting. I suppose it is, though I honestly can't remember much about our faith. Being here with you is what excites me the most, to be honest, though. Every time I step foot in here, I feel uncomfortable. You're not exactly the religious type, Rhea. It's alright, though, we know. I hate to break it to you, but deep down, you don't seem all that religious either. What? Is there anything wrong with dedicating my battles to Lord Valonia? Let's just call it a personal interpretation. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it for Kristoff. I've been thinking about this since we first arrived. The cathedral, it's very beautiful. But let's not wow. But let's not let it distract from our report. I feel that could have been written a bit differently. I mean, it's fine the way it is. It's just very tongue-twisty. But let's not let it. It's kind of tongue-twisty. No, really, it's fine the way it is. It's just a bit too tongue-twisty for my tastes. Indeed. A lot has happened since we last discussed matters with the matriarch and Magnolia. Hasn't she been kept abreast of everything through your informants? Not everything. Just the most essential information, given the dire situation we've been in until recently. Huh. I wonder if there are any pressing matters that only the matriarch can answer.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi, miss. You look kind of demure. Oh, you're...
Miss LeBlanc!
I'm Matilda. It's nice to see you again, Miss LeBlanc. It's my pleasure. It's been a while since I saw a fellow priestess. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Do all the priestesses giggle in that cute way? The matriarch will receive you very soon. I just came to tell you this. How soon is soon exactly? About 10 minutes, I think. Soon enough.
If you need anything, I'm here.
I will come and call you when the time comes. So if you'll excuse me, please. As we were saying, there are some things we still need to discuss with Her Holiness. Well, she definitely can tell us more about Amaranth. She fought the cult this whole time, right? That's the thing I was thinking of. Amaranth is not even close to being tied up yet. I mean, as far as I'm aware. So, what is it with them? Yes. Now that the demons are gone, the cult is the last menace left in this world. They are effectively the last connection to the Demon King has to this world. Because remember, it is all talking about how they want the Demon King to rise up and reshape the world and all that wonderful what's the word I'm looking for? I guess you could say idealistic point of view, and of course from our point of view it's kind of like a terrorist view. From their side it's very idealistic, cleanse the world, let everything be fixed. In the Demon King's view, you know, fanatics. That's the word I was looking for, not idealistic. Fanatics. I'm sure Her Holiness has taken care of that already. I wonder. And what about the other mysteries involving the church? Now that I think about it, the church should have known about the research in Midbar, since Saito made contact with them. But the matriarch never mentioned anything about that in our last meeting. It's been more than 60 years already. Her Holiness Soraya wasn't even born at the time. So are you telling me it's not even mentioned in the church's records? That's a fair point. And it's not the only thing that's been bothering me. You know, that's very fair. Mooney was a spy for I almost said RVM. Oh, not Sacrepilliere. Whatever this country is. God dang it, my brain is dead. So, if you have that much resources to plant a spy in a country and they not know, that does seem a bit strange that she would not know about this. Especially when Saito was having connections with this country that I can't remember anymore. Tarmin! No, that's the country. No, that's the city. I can't remember anymore. My brain is just so dead. But yes, there's something here. There's something weird now that you mention it. And I can't believe I didn't think about it this whole time. I guess with everything that was happening, the Demon King dying, winning, and, you know, post-victory stuff, it did not cross my mind. It really did not. I forgot all about it. She was aware of the twins' birth, too. Oh my god, yes. Yes, that is so true. She had a chance at the meeting to have said something. She did not. I highly doubt that the moment Mooney took office as the queen, that she just stopped all communications with Soraya. I highly doubt it.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for waiting. Her Holiness Soraya is a bit early. It's time. Let's go. I'm probably just overthinking. These are just small nitpicks in the bigger picture. The world is at peace. The Demon King is no more. I should just be thinking about my future with Shiori now. No, you bring up good points. You really do. Now, there either is a very good explanation, or things are not as they seem. As we have learned quite early in the game, that nothing is at face value in this game. Just like my family. Oh god, I still remember that at the beginning with the drunkard and Tarmin. Oh, I was like, oh god. Wow. Quite a bit different inside than I'd have thought. Despite how I can vaguely recall its appearance outside, this does not trigger any kind of memories. I'd say it looks even better than expected. I might take notes for when we have to rebuild Oikade. I'll try to remember as many details as possible, in case you need a hand, of course. I appreciate your help. Just call an architect. Huh, Matilda's taking her leave, I see. The one... Wait, who is that? Wait, is that... A wonderful sight, I must admit. There is nothing like welcoming my beloved children into this sacred cathedral, the heart of Pilum. Pilum. My god, my simple name and I lost it. Pilum. Your Holiness, what a pleasure to see you again. Oh my. You're back to your old energetic self, Shiori. I'm beyond happy. I'm humbled to be once again in your presence, O divine matriarch. I am pleased to see you all again. I have heard of your deeds and victories. We've come across many shocking battles and revelations, of that there is no doubt. But your support in each of these circumstances has allowed us all to prevail over the demons. I hope this holds true regarding your inner demons as well, my beloved knight. Your Holiness. To think that the monocrest she gifted me ended up saving me. Good to see you again, matriarch. You have a peaceful look this time on you, vassal. It seems the journey that began with your escape has come to an end. It would appear so, though some doubts still linger. Oh, what could this possibly be about, then? Why don't you tell her? You're her favorite holy knight, after all. Me? Okay, sure. How about I start with the research? You mean the research of Elias Lamont and Saito Pascal, correct? Yes, I see you've already been informed. It was the most striking discovery, after all. What about it? Well, according to some documents we found in the laboratory, it seems that Saito made contact with the church at the time. Oh, so you found out? Oh, okay. I was kind of expecting a more shocked reaction from her. Your Holiness, please explain yourself. You're certainly aware of the implications of these findings. There's nothing to it, really. Do you know the original goal of that research? Saito and Elias wanted to find a way to use mana for healing under any circumstances possible. Isn't that wonderful? No one would ever have to suffer again. Unfortunately, our research was stolen by Amaranth right after the rise of the Demon King. What? So, the experiments Amaranth currently conducts, they're based on the papers the church got from Saito. Yes. Naturally, it is, for us, a huge shame. It would be a scandal if this became known. I can see why. Because of the church's carelessness, now the world must suffer under the influence of the cult. We have vowed to personally take care of this matter and put an end to Amaranth with our own hands. Is that why you didn't mention this to us earlier? Were you attempting to cover up the truth to avoid a scandal? Pardon the disrespect, Your Holiness, but I find that extremely selfish. It's certainly a disappointing revelation, yes, but remember this, Ria. The Church fights against Amaranth on the front lines, and thanks to their efforts, we've almost defeated the cult.
This is my holy duty.
Undoubtedly, we seek atonement for our past sins. My task as leader of the sacred theocracy of Pylum remains that of providing a bright future for all. Sounds plausible, if a bit suspicious. Let me just say this outright. Fighting the front lines against Amaranth, and she is the one spearheading that effort. No, it could just be me having seen a lot of movies and video games, but is it possible that we have a double agent on our hands? And we're looking at said double agent right now. Yeah, it's very possible. Just coming up with theories. Watch it ends up being right. I hope I'm not right, but oh boy. Anyway, what about that other pressing matter? About the twins' birth? So the truth has finally surfaced. Your Holiness Soraya, please, explain. Certainly, the circumstances surrounding the birth of Faratros and Shiori Hoikade were to be kept secret. This had been accepted by everyone present at the time of the incident, including myself and General Mooney. You've taken care of me ever since I was a child. What reason would you have to keep me away from my true family? She's right. Separating the two sisters, that was an act of cruelty. You find me in complete agreement, and my heart mourned such disgrace every day. However, there was nothing more that I could do. The foundations of the world would have collapsed if it became known that the vassalage was incomplete. So, to save face, you let Father Troth and Shiori suffer such an adverse fate. Ria, please, there's no need to raise your voice. The matriarch always kept an eye on Shiori, right? She wanted to make sure the Demon King did not affect her. Yes, she did. I've no doubts that she tried to protect me. Shiori would have sensed any ill intentions with her former power otherwise. Your Holiness, you must have carried such a heavy burden. Surely, in an ideal world, everything would have been so much more simpler than this chaotic mess. I fail to see any decisive proof to incriminate the Church of Pylum for how things were managed, even though if I don't quite agree with it. That said, none of these explanations really sound all that convincing. If that's all, I would like to ask one last favor. Could you please return the mana crest to me? The mana crest she gave me? She wants it back? What for? That mana crest now contains the mana of all sorts of powerful beings, from the Archdemons down to the Demon King. It also contains your mana, and that of the people it came in contact with. I can't even imagine what would happen if Amaranth managed to put their hands on it. Indeed, it has become a receptacle for a frightening power. But why should we give it to you, Your Holiness? We could protect it ourselves. I fear for the safety of Sir Nier if it were to remain in his hands, and the Church is already used to fighting against Amaranth. Should it remain with him, chances are he'll be assassinated, or his mind controlled to unleash the power that lies dormant in the mana crest. Well, quite the chilling prospect as she offers. I do have the power to unleash the mana in the mana crest, though. Definitely wouldn't want to use it against my will. You know what to do. No, it just... No. My theories still stand. It just does not feel right. I'm sorry, it just does not. And she's just abruptly asking to return it. Not even like, yeah, she puts up a good argument. No, reverse that. She puts up a simply good argument, but it is simple when you just look at it at face value. It's too direct when she asked to have it returned. It's too direct. It's like she just expects us to say yes. And when we used to talk to her in the past, I did not get that feeling from her that's like, I say something and I expect you to just acquiesce to my request. No. Now she's like being really direct. And kind of a bit shady, a bit dodgy, if you will. No, I'm sorry, but no. From the last time we met, your attitude has changed. And I don't like that. It's subtle. Okay, well, maybe not subtle, but subtle enough to not ring red alarms immediately. But no, I don't like this one bit. I may be mistaken, and God help me if this disrespect costs me dearly. But I think if I let these doubts be brushed aside, I might make an even bigger mistake.
Do you think so too, then?
Maybe we all think so.
Shiori should have sensed these secrets.
How insolent, my children. Are you suggesting that I, the matriarch of Pylum, have been malicious?
Shiori, correct me if I'm wrong, but you used to infer many feelings other than just malice, right?
Yes, that's true. I could sense all kinds of emotions.
How come you didn't realize that the matriarch was hiding something from you?
I don't know. I've never sensed anything wrong with Her Holiness Soraya.
My purity is such that not even the power of the Demon King can sense my emotions. I am the matriarch, after all.
Watch what you say, Soraya.
It's your holiness for you, princess.
Everyone, are you sure you want to get to the bottom of this?
Yeah, because really, if we are wrong, we are traversing to great levels of disrespect here. So great that there is no recovering from this. But no, I feel there is something wrong. Her behavior.
I can't lay a finger on the church, let alone on Her Holiness.
Her behavior between the meeting from the interlogue to now. It's small. I mean, except for this part where she now sounds angry. But before that, it just was small. I keep saying that, it was small, but it's enough to make me feel uneasy. I do not trust her. I really don't.
Yes, Kristoff. The truth deserves to be revealed, especially after all this suffering.
I see. It's really unfortunate then. For her, I mean. Because from today on, I am no longer faithful to the church. Only to Lord Valanja!
That's actually a pretty strong statement from Kristoff. We all know that he is a firm believer of Lord Valanja, and by extension the church. That he's actually now renouncing himself from the church, that's a pretty strong statement. And obviously he's been with us this whole time, so he knows the suspicions. Does that even make any sense? No, it does. You don't have to have faith in a holy building or the church as as an entity to pledge your allegiance to a higher power. You really don't. You really don't. I've heard people say that going to church or being part of this entity that celebrates a higher power is really more as like a medium to serve. Is more of a medium to commune with a higher power. So you don't need that medium. You're more than fine to be by yourself and worship the higher power. But if you want to be a part of that medium, that part of that group, more power to you. I've heard some people describe it that way. So, Suzaku, yes, it does make sense. To me, at least.
You heard us. Do you have anything else to say?
The monocrest stays here, Your Holiness.
Sir Ornier, surely you know what it means to defy me, correct?
Give up, Your Holiness. There are too many doubts surrounding the church at the moment.
We can't risk letting an artifact as important as this falling into the wrong hands. I'm truly sorry, Your Holiness.
Magnolia will think about how to protect the Mana Crest while conducting a formal investigation into the church. If the suspicions get cleared, I promise we'll give you the Mana Crest. But in the meantime, I expect your full cooperation.
I get it.
Your Holiness?
You know too much.
Oh, shoot! Correct me if I'm wrong, but has she always smiled like that? Oh god, that is... Maybe I'm just noticing now because of the context, but my god, that is creepy. That is a creepy-ass smile. Oh god. Let's just click away from this. Please don't smile like that anymore. It's so creepy.
It's time to put you to sleep, my children.
From behind?
What? But there wasn't anyone else here!
Nini! Nini!
Was that... dimensional magic? It can't be...
Can you stand?
Yes.
Was stabbed from behind, but thankfully it wasn't too deep.
The monocrest. It's gone.
What's the meaning of this, Soraya?
Don't you know it's rude to make the matriarch repeat herself? You heard her. You know too much.
You're Liveness, but you should be dead.
Is he the one who stabbed me? Damn it. He's got the monocrest.
Why are you all staring at me? Do we know each other?
What?
What?
Your Holiness, here's the monocrest.
Great job. You're the only child I need, Liveness.
What?
I don't know what's happening here, but we're surrounded.
Okay, let me just say this. See, that smile looks normal. That other one was like big, forced, and creepy. It's like, oh god. It's a total difference of night and day. This looks like her normal self, except now it's a bit malicious. The other one was like big, forced smile. It's like that. What? It's like that creepy movie where you see someone smile and then you die in 7 days. I forgot what that was. It's like, you're going to die, the smiley man. Oh god.
And the gates behind us have been closed. Yikes!
You won't get out of here alive.
Thank you for stockpiling all that precious mana in my monocrest. Farewell, Sir Ornier.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. Her entire attitude during this conversation, before this revelation, was just... It was just rubbing me the wrong way. And after being burned so many times in this game by many things... Yeah, I'm gonna trust my intuition and say this was all kinds of wrong. It's especially true that... Why didn't she say anything about the twins? Oh god. I won't forgive them. Shiori? Strange to hear you be making such claims. I won't forgive anyone who hurts my beloved Nini. Oh, so that's what this is about. Thank you, Shiori. I promise I'll be okay. Reach Soraya by 11 a.m. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, she's right there. Shouldn't be too difficult. Inspiring oh god, Holy Knights. Oh dear! Oh dear, I don't know how I feel about having a fight in the middle of holy chambers. But then again, a lot of games have you fight in a church. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna save this for the next episode, obviously. I would say I do like how they built up to this. I really do. Simply because, yes, you have all these small bits of information, but they're revealed at a time when you as a player are emotionally invested in the scene that you don't notice. Like, from day one, Soraya should have known that the twins, well, were twins, and this whole time she said nothing about it. Not to mention that it was already on record that Saito has been talking about the research to the Church of Pilum. Now, again, that was at a time when it's like, what the heck is all this? What is the strange place, blood rituals and all that I was talking about? I didn't even... It was a fact, but it just passed my mind, considering everything that happened. So all these small things were put in the story, but unless you were emotionally level enough in each scene to commit those small things into memory, this part comes as a small shock. But they did a wonderful job recapping those small details to end up saying, something was just not right here. And, well, there it is. Not to mention with the way Soraya was talking between, like, as I said, from that meeting way back in the intermission to now, her way of speaking is just slightly different. It seemed a bit more forceful and pushy, and kind of like, yeah, matter of fact, I'm just gonna drop the conversation here and give you the simplest answer possible. Yeah, so there was that. So I liked how they moved into this whole thing here, which is quite possibly the ultimate battle. I don't know what Soraya's planning, but I have a feeling she might have something to do with Amaranth, like I said. Either she is a double agent, or the church and Amaranth are one and the same. I don't know. We're going to figure that out in the next episode, or quite possibly the episode after this. After the next one. However it goes. Whatever it is, I'm going to call it an end because it's been a little over half hour, so time to rest my voice. Later, everyone.